guys, welcome to the Talking Shit with B-Rag podcast. Today, we just have a normal family episode. You just got me and Lindsey here. We're trying out some new shit. We got a new ring light. We got a new camera. As you can see on the last couple episodes, the camera is not perfectly dialed in, but so today is going to be like a test run. We had a guest, but he canceled last minute, but no worries. We always come back, you know, got to do what we got to do to put out episodes for you guys. So what's going on, baby? How you doing?
My head feels crooked.
Does it? I know, because we can see
tell.
see ourselves. So like the camera that we have, the screen's flipped at us and we can see
It's
ourselves.
really fucking me up.
We can see ourselves for the first time
but
ever.
But it's backwards, too.
Right, yeah.
So, like, in the picture, I look like I'm tilting my head the other way, and I'm like, oh, how do I feel like a robot?
Yeah, it's super weird.
It's fucking me up right now.
And this new ring light we got was
Thank you, Mala.
a donation courtesy of Mala.
Ooh.
Thank you. She was a guest on the podcast a couple episodes ago, so shout out. We appreciate it.
Thank
She's
you so
moving.
much.
She's moving, and she donated the ring light to the show because she had such a great time. And, I mean, we had a fucking blast on that episode. It was so much fun.
I told her I was going to keep an eye out and see if she had cute clothes. And she goes, well, they're all hoochie clothes. And I was like, that's perfect. Can't wait.
That's what you wear.
I'm looking forward to seeing what these are. Thank you.
But yeah, anyway, so we had to save the day, and we had to do a family pod for just the two of us, or just with the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Yeah, just the two of us. I mean, we've been literally sitting here being like, what are we going to talk about? How are we going to do this? And it's just like, you know what? Most podcasts are people just like talking the shit, like talking shit, which is what the name of the show is. And like, Lindsey was going on and on about the podcast that she's listening to at the moment about murders and how hot this guy is before he got face tattoos.
They were different murders, but yeah.
So look, let's talk about that. What would you like to say about this guy? What's his name? What's the show?
The guy in Florida right now?
Yeah,
because the guy in Florida is not the guy I'm listening to on the podcast.
Oh.
That one happened there. That's a crazy story, though. I'll gladly go into it. There's a guy in Florida.
Hold on. She shows me a picture of a guy with zipper tattoos on his face, right? So
now
he's all fucking, I mean, tatted up like me, but then he's got this smile and it's like stitches.
Yeah.
It's not a zipper, it's stitches. I think it's stitches. That's what it's supposed to be.
It said a zipper, but I think it looks like stitches.
Stitching.
Or like teeth, like a skeleton's teeth.
No, it's
fucked.
It's like if you did a pumpkin, it would be
I wonder if we could show
stitches.
his face.
I mean, we could put it in.
If we actually said instead of to
screen. I did. So the podcast that we were.
I do it right now?
Dude, that's what I did. So we were supposed to do a podcast with a motocross racer, and he had to reschedule, which is fine, whatever, no big deal. But I sent a whole bunch of pictures of my motocross debut to Keith to put into the show so that people could laugh about it, you know? But yeah, dude, we're in the bathroom and she's getting ready because we were going to pick up pizza or whatever before we did the show.
So I should show like a picture of him before.
We'll do a before and after. Right. So
like when
you ready? Screenshot it and I'll go like this and Keith will put it in.
Okay.
So
here's
a before picture.
I think they're like Disneyland or something. It's adorable.
He looks like the lead singer of MXPX. So there's a picture of that. And then here's the prison picture because, you know, prison does wonders for people.
But, like, also his outfits.
Oh, he's dressed like the Joker. He's got a fucking...
Let me do the better suit.
He has this has a purple velvet suit on.
It's royal blue. But
purple.
It's royal blue. It doesn't matter. It does not matter.
Anyway, this
man murdered 2 women and tried to murder his girlfriend.
But here's the thing. Lindsey literally goes, well, he looks just like you. And I'm like...
He's kind of hot.
Huh?
And I was like, oh.
I don't fucking look like that.
Red flag for myself.
She's like, no, he looks just like you. And
I did not say he looks just like you. I said, you guys have the same hair. It's the tattoos. You guys do kind of look alike.
In 2024 is half the planet.
You say I think everyone's attractive, so...
Yeah, that's the problem.
Anyways,
that's Lindsey's problem in life.
His name is also Wade Wilson, which is the name of
Deadpool.
the guy from Deadpool. But he murdered 2 women. I don't know all the details of the case, but he's all over TikTok right now because he looks insane. His name is the guy from Deadpool.
I was going to say, I was taking a piss, and she goes, the guy's name's Wade Wilson. I'm like,
how do I know that
I literally go, I think I know who that is. And she goes, yeah. She goes, it's the guy from Deadpool. And I'm like, oh, fuck, it's not one of my friends.
That's crazy. No.
I kept saying the guy looked familiar.
Right. He's like, he looks familiar. Because he looks like half of what the United States looks like,
He looks like half of my friends.
Right, exactly. It's so funny. This other case, though, his name is, I can't even remember. His name.
that's whole. Okay, so a little back context. That's like Lindsay's
I love
secret,
true
not
crime.
even secret.
Yeah,
Like
it's
she
not
just
secret.
loves those true crime. So every basic white bitch in the world loves true crime documentaries, right?
Yeah.
And Lindsay loves it. Like
Bruce
she
Kuchera.
loves that shit,
I
dude.
do.
So every day she gets home from work, she's like, I gotta tell you about my podcast. Oh my god, this guy, he skull fucked 17 kids and guess what? He got
my
away
God.
with it, even though he left DNA everywhere. And then the fucking sheriff, it was in on it, and he tag teamed him in. And who even knows what's even going on right now? And it's just undisclosed. And oh my god, it's so crazy.
Alex thinks it's
that's-
dramatic. We know this.
That's what I
already.
gotta
mean,
hear every fucking
we're-
day of my life.
Because the stuff I listen to is so outrageous. Because it's never like the people doing their job properly. It's
Right.
always people who are huge fuck ups. So this guy, his name is.
It's always a small ass town.
Yeah, this was a small ass town.
That's where we live.
I know. They could make plenty of stories of around here like that. I'm not even gonna.
The one cop town that we live in.
Right. So this guy, he's 57. His name is Bruce Kuchera. He was shot in broad daylight in 2012. Okay, literally.
Who are you talking about? The CEO? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
The one you were just talking about earlier.
So white.
This is wild.
White wealthy man, and he gets shot in the middle of New Orleans at a gas station, looking for an address that does not exist. He goes into this convenience store, and the lady's like, "That's not there. All this side is like this side of the road is all even numbers. The house he's looking for is an odd number, and there's nothing across the street. Like literally nothing.
So did they blow the house up, or just was never there to begin
It was
with?
never there to begin with.
Gotcha.
The address he was looking for was not real." And he gets shot in the parking lot of the gas station he pulled into to ask for help.
Headshot,
I believe so. Yeah, I believe he was shot in the eye.
execution style,
Yeah.
baby.
Yep. So no one knows who did it. Multiple people. It was a gas station and an apartment complex. Okay, so there's all people everywhere in the middle of the day. People everywhere.
So there was definitely a witness.
Multiple for sure.
For sure.
But the company he worked for had a $5 million life insurance policy on him. So they kind of lucked out.
Little fishy.
And they didn't get the life insurance policy in the time they wanted, which was 90 days. So they sued the life insurance company for the $5 million.
I didn't get my $5 million in 90
Right.
days, so I'm gonna sue your ass.
Right. So they won
fuck?
because they got it. And the life insurance company was like, he was literally murdered and you could be a suspect now. Well, he got it. Then his kids were like, hey, do we get any of that? And they were like, well, technically we owed him $2 million, but he owed us $4 million, so no. And the lawyer they got was working for the company who was benefiting from this life insurance life insurance
worked for
payout.
that company,
right? He
right?
was their lawyer.
The company that was investigating this life insurance scam.
No. The company that was getting the life
Right?
insurance.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. So he was obviously somebody that worked for that company.
Right. So he's benefiting.
Right.
He
So
was
he's
one
getting-
of the
he's getting
beneficiaries
paid
for the life
right, yeah.
insurance. Yes.
But you didn't tell him that you should have started off with the best part. He sat on the board.
Oh, so now after this happened in 2012, now the guy who benefited from this life insurance policy, he's also like on the state police commission board.
Yeah, he's like a
So he's like a really
superintendent
high up,
or
yeah. No, he's not a superintendent. I just making shit up.
I mean, what
he
other
is
what
a
other
chairman.
personnel can you be on a board of
He's a
police
chairman.
officers?
He's a chairman. 'Cause
But if you're
one
not
of-
a police officer,
Right.
you have to have a specific title.
Right,
So like
it's
a chairman?
Yes. Like it's like being a congressman in the Congress. They're a chairman.
No. If you're a police officer and
Right,
that's
but he's not a cop.
right,
He's
so
one
he
of the
has
people,
to be
right.
some sort of delegate in that situation, which means he's a superintendent,
Would
he's
you
a
like me to look it
councilman,
up?
he's something. He can't just be a person sitting there. He had to have been voted in and elected to be in that sort of situation, which is an elected official, which means he is some sort of legal representation. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Does that not make sense?
Yes, but okay.
In small towns, obviously, there's fucking rules broken all the time. Wink, wink. It happens in Herkimer all the time. But you know what I mean?
You annoyed me. Because you're like, I know you're the
I'm
one
just-
listening to it, but you're wrong.
No,
You're
I didn't
so
say
wrong.
I didn't say you were wrong. I
Let's
just
see.
said this is what he has to be. Because the information that you're giving me, I'm trying to do an educated guess on what this
Right,
position
an
is.
educated guess of something I'm telling you you're wrong about. I don't know. I can't find it what he is. So
Either way, he's a piece of shit.
either way, it's a crazy story. And no one's ever going to find out who killed this man, which is really shitty.
I
And
mean-
his kids will never get any of the money that they were owed.
They got some though, you said,
They
right?
got enough to pay off their childhood home.
Which was what?
Like $300,000.
So $250,000 after a
Not
$500
even.
or a $5 million life insurance policy.
Yeah. Like the company was supposed to buy out this man's half if something happened to him and he did die, but they never found any paperwork that said that.
So am I
Even though it was dated from 2007 when they made this agreement, when he was making this money, they never found the papers.
So am I supposed to tell you about my life insurance?
No, especially not on this podcast.
It's pretty good.
Okay, you're an idiot.
That's what I'm waiting for. Somebody just to come up and knife me just for some money.
Right, I know. Don't tell the internet so they won't suspect it's
Well, I'm
me.
not talking about the internet. I'm talking about my inner circle.
Oh, it'll be me. That's why I don't want you to tell the internet. Hi, Greta. Did everyone just see Alex petting the dog
Yeah, I do it from time to time.
on the video?
So
You
as you
love
can
her.
see, the dog loves to sit on people's laps.
Yeah,
as,
she's an attention whore.
in Mala's episode, she literally
Tried to crawl.
tried
into
to
her shit.
jump on her lap numerous times throughout the episode.
She just loves attention, and I feel bad because she came from a sad childhood. Right now, she has barbecue sauce in her ear.
Yeah, right. So
Now she's
I
the
literally
most spoiled.
get in the
biatch.
house today, and she's literally sitting there on the floor. Her phone's plugged into the wall, and she's going, "Did you get barbecue sauce in your hair? Oh my God, is this barbecue sauce? Do you have sticky barbecue sauce in your
Look,
hair right
crunchy
now?"
ear.
Or crunchy ear. That's what it was. You have a crunchy ear right now from barbecue sauce.
Right.
You fucking idiot.
This dog. She
Oh
lives a
my
good life.
God.
She came from a high kill shelter down in Georgia, and she came with a little scar, like drag mark on her hip.
But
It's
she's
really
also
sad.
lived here for 3 years,
Yeah.
so like
She's a
she's
spoiled
not
baby.
without, dude. Like, so obviously, as you guys know, like I am a chef.
5-star
don't-
chef
I-
in a 4-star world.
That's right. I don't do it anymore for a living, but I am still a very good household chef
Yeah.
or whatever you want to call it. And
I
whatever
don't cook anything. I cooked maybe some eggs.
Lindsay hasn't fucking cooked a goddamn thing since she moved in here.
I was talking about this the other day. I've never cooked a burger for myself. I've never cooked a steak for myself. I've never cooked like a.
Well,
Like
why
what?
would you? I don't want some fucking
I know,
rubber
but
ass
'cause
shit.
when I lived by myself, I had my Walmart salmon, which was
Dude,
disgusting.
she
and
fucking.
the stuffed chicken.
Oh my God.
So
So
it was
when me-
never like real. I never made a steak before in my whole life.
When me and Lindsay started dating, she moved in and she thought she was gonna grab the necessities out of the fridge when she left.
Right, from my apartment.
her
that I had
apartment,
any leftovers.
Right. So me and my daughter, we love salmon. We eat it constantly in this house, like multiple times a week, right? And
Oh, B.
so she had these individually cryovac bags of salmon from Walmart, and from first glance, they looked all right. Like whatever.
Right,
I mean,
it just
it's
looked like pink salmon.
it's
It was bright
Walmart
color.
brand, so you don't know what you're getting. I mean, obviously now I do. But anyway, so
I'm laughing at the movie.
me and Lindsay, or me and Cadence have been eating salmon for years. I mean, Cadence.
And so have I. I've eaten salmon before I got that
Well,
shit
what I'm
stuff.
saying is Cadence has been eating salmon since she was a
Right,
baby,
like a-
6 months old, and she at the time was probably what, 4.
Yeah.
So I made us salmon for dinner from the salmon that she brought from her
I get it.
apartment, right? And dude, it was the worst.
The bones.
It was the worst tasting shit I've ever tasted in my entire fucking life.
It was
it
the
was-
bones. Having to pick the bones out of it.
It
That's
was so bad.
That's where I drew the line. I was like, I can deal with whatever
There
is
were bones in
texture
it?
and flavor. I think
Oh,
it was
I
that.
don't even
there
remember
was one,
that.
There was a couple pieces of fish. Remember, 'cause you ruined my pair of tweezers on a piece of fish. 'cause
I
it had
think that's
bones.
because I bought a whole side of it.
Was it that? I
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
remember
yeah.
if it was that or if it was.
So I
this
bought a
gross salmon.
whole, like a giant fillet of
Yeah.
like a whole side of salmon, and I was picking the bones out,
Oh,
and I
that
used
was
your
awful.
tweezer.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Here, you're gonna have these back." I'm like, "These smell like fish," and he squeezed them
ruined
so
them.
hard trying to get this
Ruined
shit out that they literally like came out at the end.
Well, I
So
had,
not a chance.
I used to have nice fucking deboning
Ugh.
fish
Again, this
tweezers
is why
that
I could
somehow
never
disappeared.
Make my own meal because if there was bone, skin, having like the veins in chicken or the fatty parts of chicken or steak even.
I would love to see you break down
Oh my
chicken
God.
breast.
I would never.
Just to like when it comes in a package, which isn't even bad. So like I've breaking down whole chickens before. Like I've even done feathers and everything on.
Oh my God.
So like I've done that a million times, and like I
Alex
would just.
made chicken wings once that had a little hair tendon thing.
Hold on, I make chicken wings all the time.
Yes,
but
at this
one
specific time, there was a little hair tendony thing sticking out of the chicken wing.
Because sometimes the hair follicle's still in there.
And that's even worse.
It's
that you say it like,
crunchy.
that's
It turns into a crunchy little bit. It's
That's
delicious.
disgusting. And I didn't eat the chicken wings he makes them like every week, I'd say.
I love them.
I didn't eat them for a month.
My fucking
I was so
7-year-old
grossed out.
loves them.
I was grossed out. I was like, nope, I'm not into this anymore. I'll never eat chicken
It
wings
was-
again till today.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the funniest things I ever saw in my life. I was
Gross.
literally
Freaked me out.
so like when
what
you
the fuck
when you
is
break
this?
them down, usually you pull them out. But I bought so many of them that one time, and a couple of them just kind of got by me when I was cutting them up, and I individually bag them and then throw them in the freezer. And when I made them that day, I pulled them out. I pulled them out, and there's like a couple fucking hair follicles sticking out, and she's like freaking out. I'm like, what do you mean? Just eat them. It's fine. It's not even a big deal.
No, that is a huge deal. That's so gross. That's so gross. I don't know why.
I don't know why either, because the way that humans eat meat from other animals is
I
the
know.
most inhumane thing
Like
in
I
the world.
eat eggs, and that's really gross if you think about it too.
All of it's gross.
Yeah.
But who cares?
I have certain morals in
Oh,
my
dude.
food.
You want to talk about weird rules? You ever met somebody? You ever meet somebody who has a vehicle that they own,
I
right?
have rules over my car.
You ready? Somebody that has a vehicle that they own, okay? Ready? Driving down the highway, it's 100 degrees out. You can't have the air conditioning on when the windows are down because I don't know why, but it
Would
might
you do that
blow
in your
up.
home? Would you keep your window
It's a different
open?
it's a different breed. It's a whole different
How?
thing.
It's the exact same thing. Would you keep the windows open in your home and have your air conditioner
So
on?
if you're in a super hot car, you want it to cool down
For
as
a
fast
second.
as possible.
Right, for a second. Not the whole time you're driving
But
down the
what does
highway.
it but
Because
and
the air conditioner's going right
are
out
you
the window. What's
paying
the point?
a monthly fee?
I'm paying an electric bill for my
That's
sheet.
what I'm saying. Are you paying an electric bill for your vehicle?
No, but I don't want my
Dude,
to have to work that
the
hard.
first time it ever happened, we got into such a huge, like almost breaking up over it because it
You're
was
like,
such
you're
a.
fucking wrong.
I'm like, you're so dumb. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I can't have
don't
the
wanna put-
window
when it's
down
100
because the air conditioning's on.
When it's 100 degrees, I don't want to put my car through any more trauma that it's being put through by driving.
You drive a Renegade. It's already traumatized. It was
trauma.
made as a Renegade. It's done.
I know.
It's fucking done.
Greta? Sorry.
She's fine.
She was on the windowsill. She jumped
Oh,
up.
I didn't even see her. But yeah,
I
fucking.
do. I have car rules. What are you
It's
going to do about
so
it?
wild. It's.
Or like when I was putting lotion on, you're like, no, we can go get our
We had to go
food
pick up pizza.
Before you can put the lotion on right after you get
I
out
go,
of the
just
shower.
stop
That's
doing
not
what-
how skin works.
I'm like, just stop doing what you're doing. I'm like, throw
Finish
some
it
clothes
after.
on. Let's fucking go get our food, and then you can
No.
finish what you're doing.
No.
Like,
You have to put the lotion
She's
on
like,
as
"No."
soon as you get out of the shower while your skin is still damp. The
What
skin
I-
is the biggest organ on your body,
right,
biatch.
it's the biggest living organ in your body. Yes,
Right,
I do
so
know
I want
that.
to take very good care of it, even though I cook it like a rotisserie
I was
chicken
gonna say
every
this bitch
day.
goes tanning more than anybody else I've ever met in my life. My mom did it my whole life. She still does it, but she
No,
doesn't.
she doesn't.
No,
She's
she
from
doesn't
indoor.
go tanning anymore. But
Right, she gets
listen,
so
my
fucking
mom
tan.
looks leather at the end of the summer because
She gets
it's
so
just her
tan,
skin and it's
right.
just from the sun, dude. Like she just gets so dark. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
She is. This movie's so fucked up. We're watching Kicking and Screaming.
No. We're
They're-
not watching it. It's in the background right
I'm
now.
watching it. They're about to get the Italians from the fucking butcher shop.
Oh yeah.
They come covered in blood. The whole team has to cut stuff up at the butcher shop.
Listen, guys, so this isn't supposed to be a normal podcast. We literally just tried to, we just want to wing this. We just wanted to see, how the camera turns out because we have to put it in a different setting and see how this new ring light shows and everything else. So if it ain't the fucking best podcast in the world.
Why do you say that about every episode we do by ourselves? And really, it's fine.
I mean, everybody loves them.
I keep getting
which is wild.
I keep getting the same Instagram person. It's the same pictures, but it's a different fake name. I had the last 5 people I've gotten that followed me. It's the same person over and over again.
Hey, it's all about the followers, baby. Just don't follow them back.
Don't follow them back.
Dude, you know how many?
They're gonna get reported in 2 days.
Do you know how many followers the actual or the Instagram for the podcast has that are fake profiles?
Hey,
I get fucking notifications all the time. It's like
look at
it's like Sienna fucking De La Rabardada just started
with
following you with a
3 posts.
Yeah, with a weird picture, and she's got 2 followers and 1 picture, and it's just
or 3 naked pictures,
cool.
and that's it.
Thanks for following the show. I appreciate it.
I'll take it until you get reported. Thank you.
I do want to say this. So the show is exponentially growing, which I cannot express how grateful I am about that. I mean, every time we put an episode out, we get more and more and more views. The Instagram, I mean, we're up there. It's fucking awesome. I mean, the viewers are incredible. The listeners are incredible. Thank you guys for watching the show. I mean, we're not ending the show, but I know it sounds like it, but it's just incredible to me, what this show is. Dude, I was at my daughter's fucking baseball game the other day, and I'm walking through the parking lot by myself to go back to my truck. Lindsay's saying goodbye to her family, and all of a sudden, some guy sticks his head out the window, and he's like, "Keep up the podcast. I love it." And I'm like, who the fuck was that? So I just want to let you guys know that I really appreciate it. It's fucking awesome. I didn't think it was actually going to have this effect on people when I made the show or even have this kind of views. I thought maybe 50, 60 views at most, but we're thousands at this point, and it's fucking awesome. It's incredible. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. So whether this episode's one of the best ones you've ever seen or not, it's definitely an appreciation post for sure.
Oh, you know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about that in or out game.
Oh, just the tip for just a second, just to see how it feels. Just so I know
That's
it's like.
not what the game I meant.
Didn't I do that to you the other day?
Yeah. Mom and Dad, skip this part.
We were banging
skip this part. Mom and Dad, skip this part.
We were banging the other day, and I was fucked up, and
I was done. I wanted it to be done.
We've been fucking for a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Probably an hour, if not more.
Yeah, and I was done. I was like,
and
okay,
I'm
done. Thank you.
I got a fucking baby forearm hard on, dude. It wouldn't go away. And she's like, I'm done. I'm just like, I'm like, let me
just put the tip in.
Just let me put the tip in. I just want to know what it feels like. Just come on. What is it? Come on. This is a tip just to see how it feels, just for a second.
Just for a second. Okay, first of all, we're not 15. No,
she was like, know what that means.
I'm not a fucking idiot anymore. I know what you're doing. I'm not fucking stupid. No, just the tip, really. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then 45 minutes later, we're still fucking. Come on. And then I'm like, okay, seriously, I'm done. He's like, but just
hey,
more,
ladies, don't you wish your man could fuck like that? Yeah, see that? I'm a fucking pro. Sorry, had to do it.
So in or out, I was listening to a show. I said this earlier. I go, I want to talk about this, and this is exactly what he said. He's like, oh, let's talk about dicks. I was like, that's hilarious. Anyway, I listened to a podcast.
Let's talk about dicks.
Dicks.
Dick.
Do that again.
Dick. I love dick.
I just watched you spit on the microphone.
That's why we got the foam things.
So nobody.
It's all about the dick.
Ew.
That's what I want Lindsay to sound like when she's blowing me.
I thought you were a lesbian, but now I'm concerned that the way this guy eats a popsicle.
Oh, come on. Really? We're going to do that?
I swear.
Hold on. I love.
Suck a mean
No. I love popsicles.
I thought you were going to say I love pussy, but you
I do.
went to
I do love pussy.
Which is even
and
better.
I eat pussy the way I eat popsicles.
I love popsicles.
But I love popsicles because I thought that's where you were going.
It is, but I thought you were going to defend yourself by saying you love pussy.
It's all the same thing.
Pussy and popsicles are not the
To
same.
me, they are.
That doesn't make any sense.
Why? It's a tasty treat. I love it all, baby.
Ew.
But I eat popsicles.
Like a fucking, like he would suck
Dude,
a
I'm
mean
fucking
dick.
31 years old, and
Deep throating it.
especially if I'm hungover,
Oh.
get the
I
fuck
feel like
out.
5 popsicles in a row on a
In
light
one
day.
sitting.
I'm being generous.
And that's
yeah.
in 5 minutes. Give me
Yeah.
another 10, and I'll eat another 10 popsicles.
Right.
I love popsicles. It's
I've
so
never
good.
seen a human being, let alone a grown ass man, go through popsicles like I watched.
When we
this guy.
started dating, and like she didn't know like my regimen in life or like how I was.
what you're like.
It was like the first time we got fucked up at my house, and like obviously I have a freezer full of popsicles because not only do I have a child.
Obviously, he says like that's
Well, I
a
have a
normal
child.
fucking thing. I get that, but even as a kid, I didn't have crazy amounts of popsicles in my fucking
We do.
freezer. I know. I watch.
Not only do we have
your
a
dad's side also eats popsicles.
let's say
more than anyone I've
my
ever seen.
family. It's just I don't know. It's got to be genetic. It's got to be genetic.
Amy's the only one that eats popsicles like you.
Nathan, the whole family, we all love them. It's a
hilarious.
tasty treat.
Just like pussy. Oh my god.
I was gonna say
Anyways.
something fucked up, but I'm not
Don't.
going to because they watch.
Oh no. Just don't.
It's not true, but it'd be hilarious if
Okay,
I
don't.
said it.
Don't. Anyways.
Dude, we gotta have my parents on the show.
Oh my god, that's where you went? You went from eating pussy to your parents?
No, because it was a joke about Amy eating popsicles, but
Oh no. Okay, don't. Yeah, we're not gonna say that. Anyways, so the podcast I listen to, it's called This Is the Worst. It's really funny. And they were talking about a game called In or Out because they talked about what's the worst insult you've ever been given. And this lady said
incel?
insult.
Oh, I thought you said incel. Like, what was the best incel that ever hit you up?
I don't know.
I live in my mom's basement and I jerk off with a handgun to my head 24/7 because
Oh.
that's how I am.
Have you ever heard of BTK?
Do you know what incels are?
Yes, BTK was an incel, and he had to
It sounds like a rapper.
bind, torture, kill. He's a serial killer.
Oh, good for him. It sounds like a rapper's name.
He got caught because his daughter had a pap smear.
His daughter?
His daughter got a pap
He
smear.
banged her?
No, and they used her DNA to match it to DNA that they'd found at crime scenes. He was a horrible, horrible person. He killed everyone, anyone, the whole family. He was a whole family kind of man. Awful.
I think
Anyways,
that's what I would be if I was a serial
you're
killer.
just gonna do it all, whole family,
N-
kids, and all.
nobody left behind.
Okay, so back to this. So I'm going double back to that podcast I was listening to about the murders.
It was a joke, guys.
This one guy, this one detective, he goes, "Oh, it had to be the son that killed the whole family because he wouldn't want anyone left behind to recognize him. It could never be a stranger." Like, you're a cop, and that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my whole life. Anyways, this is the worst. The game they have is In or Out. So
Right, yeah. Explain. You bet.
Sorry, I know.
Listen, go to the game.
The game. You have a minute to figure out if you would stay with your partner or not in these awful, awful, horrible situations.
So give a scenario.
If your partner was maimed.
Would you stay with?
Yeah.
Would I stay with you if
They
if
say-
you were maimed?
They go, it's very specific. So, like, you
Well,
lost
ask me.
your, right,
Do the whole thing right now.
Would you stay with me if I lost my leg above the knee?
No.
Oh my god! So they said basically it's gonna end in divorce. The game is a game to get out of a relationship really fast. So
Ask me
then-
another one.
Then it's like a quick one. Would you love me if I had diarrhea for 3 weeks straight?
Yeah, I do that daily.
I don't have diarrhea. That's you, maybe, not me. Would you love
What are
me?
you doing in the bathroom all the time then?
My fucking skincare. You do. Literally earlier, he goes, "Wow, this is why you're like a seal. You're so soft." Fucking upside down in the shower.
Dude, I've never seen anybody take razor strokes like that in my entire life.
I don't know what that means.
Dude, if you're a man and you take a razor and you do what you were doing to yourself, it would destroy your body. This girl's like this. Like fucking Andy Warhol with paints. Just
It's not that fast, and I'm also.
no, it
shave
was
with-
that fast.
I shave-
100% that fast.
I shave with oil, so it's very slick and slippery. I shave with 5 blades and oil.
I literally
You shave
open the
with
shower
2
door and I go,
blades.
that's why you're like a seal. This bitch is fucking.
People have turned this episode off.
No way. They love it. Listen, we were talking about it
I
earlier.
have the softest skin in the whole wide world.
Yeah, it's fucking
Stop.
incredible. No bumps, no nothing. It's just this. I have an obsession. So what you guys don't know is I have an obsession with silk.
Oh, this is Alex's serial killer.
So
trait.
here we
Today
are.
We're learning
Hold
Alex
on.
is a serial
So
killer, and that's why I
this is
like
episode.
him.
This is episode
75.
23.
I don't know.
No, 24. This will be episode 24, which is crazy to think about. There's 24 episodes.
You've sat here 24 times.
I mean, more than that, because there's some that aren't going to see the light of day. But anyway, I have a very weird obsession with silk. Silk tags, silk blankets, silk anything.
Can we talk about the origin of this obsession?
I just
Even
love
serial killer-esque.
just
more?
to feel it. Like,
Okay, but
so if I get like anxious or whatever, like I have tags in my pants or in my shirt. So like
I have tags in my pants.
Well, so like Carhartt, you've seen me do it. Carhartts have these tags in their shirts, and
He just sits there. And
I'll
lifts his
fold
shirt
my
up
shirt up.
and just,
Doesn't matter where I
He'll
am.
just be zoning out.
I'm at work.
Just zoning out,
at-
rubbing the tag.
I'm literally
Hand up his shirt.
I'm at work doing work, and I'm just like this, just like, just feeling my tag. And my buddies are like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm gonna kick your ass."
And then, but it gets weirder because he will also take these tags and
Oh.
rub them on his lips. He'll zone out and just sit there.
That's when it's bad. Or if it's a good silk.
If it's a good tag,
If it's a
he
good
will
tag, I
literally
gotta
just
rub it on my
On
face.
his face.
It's the
It's so
best.
creepy. But where did this obsession come from?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Oh yes, you
I
do.
don't. I have no idea.
Really? Because I know.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No,
Do
you
you
don't.
want to tell them or do you want me to tell them?
Let's see what you tell them.
Tammy's fucking silk pajamas, dude.
You're a dick. So when I was a child, I'm talking baby. My
So
mom.
creepy.
My mom. So
serial killer
listen.
story of Alex.
My mom had these fucking green silk pajamas that I was
He remembers the color.
because I took the pants when I got older.
Oh my god.
I didn't tell you about.
You probably still have them.
No, I don't.
When I leave, he's like,
No, I don't. I don't. You would have seen. You would have found them by now.
we have silk pillowcases, so.
I have a silk pillowcase that I've had for.
Mine's satin, sorry.
I've had mine for years, so I just am obsessed with silk. And my mom, it's got to be a baby thing because my mom used to have these silk pajamas. I guess she told me this that I was obsessed with when I was a baby. Not even a baby, like 1, 2, 3, whatever. And I would just sit there and like rub myself on like her arm and shit, or like probably her whole body, honestly, because I was a baby. But I just never outgrew it, and I'm fucking 31 and I love it.
I literally got satin.
The
and
first,
silk
what
pajamas.
was the first thing? Like, so the first time you found out about it, like, did it
The first time
creep
I
you
watched you do it, I was like, "This kid's gonna kill me." Fuck. I
Really?
should probably run. Are you kidding me? Really? If I just
The
zoned,
first, okay, where was it? Do you remember? What were we doing?
I don't remember. You know what I remember?
It was
more
probably
than that
in the
is how you-
grocery store.
how you- I don't go to the grocery store, so
Back then we did together.
you know what weirded me out more was how you sleep. That is what I hyper focused on.
What's wrong with my sleeping? I'm a bad sleeper.
We need to let's focus on one weird trait at a time.
Hey,
bud.
go down the line.
Your weird tag thing, I didn't start really noticing until you would sit there and we'd have a whole conversation and he would just rub
Well, I have a ribbon.
the whole conversation. He would just, it was mostly you would grab a coat off the hanger. And
Oh,
just-
yeah.
We'd have a whole conversation. He would take it away just long enough to say what he had to say, and then he would zone back out, fucking rub his face on this tag. It's always his lip too. He'll do it with the back of my nail sometimes.
Oh, I
but
do
it's
that.
soft.
So if I don't have silk, I'll do my fingernails because they're pretty close. I go like this. I rub my fingernails like
he uses
from the
his
bottom
middle finger
up.
to rub his index finger.
from the bottom up. That's my favorite thing. Or I grab my thumbs and I go like this.
I grab my thumbs.
My thumb, like, you know what I mean? I'm like,
I know what you mean.
I pull my thumbs down on the middle, my two middle
Are we
fingers.
trying to convince these people you don't have autism?
I'm just crazy. I
Okay.
think they know.
Okay.
After 25 episodes, they know I'm nuts.
That's the word for it. Crazy.
I'm crazy.
So the way you sleep, when we first slept together, I assumed
I have sleep apnea.
this is not sleep apnea. This is you being a psychopath. I assumed that the way how I saw him sleeping during that night must have just been because he was drunk. Like, there's no way a normal person sleeps like that.
No, it is.
You must have just been really, really drunk, or I was really drunk, and I didn't really see him sleeping like that. He was laying on his back, looking up right at the ceiling. Well, his eyes closed, thank God. Could you imagine if your eyes were open? It would have been even worse.
There's no way I would. I'm too self-aware to ever let myself sleep with my eyes open. That's where I draw the line. I'm not sleeping with my eyes open. My legs could be standing straight up like this, but I'm not sleeping with my eyes open.
So he sleeps like he's got his arm, like he's sitting in a chair. His back is flat to the bed. His knees are up in the air. So like,
show him, Lindz.
I need to show. Okay. So,
I can't believe you're gonna put this on camera.
This is the bed, right? The bed is against my back. My knees are up in the air, like there's a seat under my tush, and my arms are crossed, like legs floating in the air, feet floating. Where the fuck are you going? Like, are you being levitated? It was the weirdest shit I had ever seen.
I've been told in the past that I'm not the best to sleep with.
Yeah, you suck. Thankfully, I am the deepest sleeper, so it's fine.
It's been
I also go and have a fucking 5-course meal out here, and I'll have no idea.
You or me?
You'll come out in the middle of the night and have
me.
a 5-course meal, and
I
I'll
eat my
be asleep.
sleep real bad.
Right, and I'll have no idea.
Dude, what did you say? What
You left a Tootsie Roll in the bed the other day, you fuck. I rolled over, and there was just a perfect Tootsie Roll. I got nervous.
It wasn't a shit, though. It was not a Tootsie, like a turd. It wasn't a legitimate Tootsie Roll.
It was just me and the dog in the bed, and I was like, what the fuck?
We went to a parade the other day, and my daughter got a bunch of candy, and that's my go-to in the middle of the night. I just love.
Every morning, there's like 10 wrappers.
Everybody, like, candy or sugar, like, wakes him up and makes him hyper. I swear to God, it makes me fall asleep.
Yeah, it's ADHD.
So, like, I have to eat it in the middle of the night, and it just makes me go night-night.
Does caffeine make you tired?
No, because I drink coffee in the morning.
You drink pure espresso.
Yeah. So, okay, that's probably not normal either.
No.
So
it's rocket fuel. It makes me shake.
I buy this. It's called Cafe Bustelo or whatever.
I call it Cafe Bustier. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's usually what I say it is.
But that means Bustier is like a bra.
Titties, yeah.
So
it's the yellow can with the blue and red writing or whatever. But it's literally it's espresso, not espresso. It's espresso. So I make an entire pot of that. And then I drink, 32 ounces of it on my way to work.
Very large cup.
But I don't drink energy drinks or anything like that because I hate caffeine so much. But I drink that.
Yes, it's
that's
like
what
thick. It's so thick.
That's
too.
what gets me going in the morning.
I will put equal amounts of that coffee and almond milk, and it's still so fucking dark. It's like the color of the table.
Yeah, my mom.
I'm like, this is disgusting.
So when my mom was here for Christmas and I made coffee in the morning, she's like, I'm not fucking drinking that shit. She's like, what, you want me to die?
I know.
I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, this is fine.
I'll drink the whole thing and I'll be like, Alex, why do I feel like I'm shaking?
Oh, dude, it's so good. It gets me going good.
Pumped.
Yeah, I love it.
Brother.
I'm in a freezer. I need something to heat me up.
I need to be shaking from the inside so I'm warm.
In the middle of the winter time, I have to drive down the thruway with the air conditioner on because I get sweating so bad.
It's the espresso trying to get out of your pores.
On top of all the other bad shit I do.
Yeah, on top of all the BLLs.
Yeah, but that's only on weekends, so Mondays are rough.
Yeah.
Mondays are bad, but Tuesdays normal.
Tuesday, you're back to normal. You sweat it all out at work.
Tuesdays are great. I do love a Tuesday. Everybody hates Tuesdays, but I love them.
I hate Fridays. Everyone loves a Friday, and I hate Fridays. Fridays are the fucking
Here's my thing about. So I went so many years having to work Tuesday through Friday, and then having Mondays off, and then being at this job, I work Monday through Thursday. Like having a Friday off is not as all cracked up as what it seems.
I think
it sucks.
That's a lie.
Like, dude, nobody's around. There's nothing to do. Like
people were around on Mondays. No,
that was my hungover day.
Right, you were allowed to get drunk on Sunday when no one else could.
They don't make Friday fair fucking
Thirsty Thursdays?
Yeah, I do that by myself.
That's your choice.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. You can go out on a Thursday.
I could? Really?
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
Leave you by...
I didn't say I wouldn't go, too.
With the kid? Not all of it, just the last couple seconds.
Just like the last 43 minutes.
Is that how long we've been going already?
I don't think so. I don't know what time we really started.
I think we've been doing all right. We started at 7, son.
No, we didn't. We sat down at 8 o'clock. All these pencils are driving me fucking crazy.
Why? I did that on purpose. It's okay as a pencil to use when she does her homework.
Yeah, but you can, I don't know. Why don't you get rid of them for this?
Because I don't know, it's nice. It's a nice aesthetic. It looks like I'm a
Fucking
good
school
dad.
pencils?
Yeah.
It looks like I'm a good
Not only
dad.
is this a podcast.
You have a sign that says no
Listen,
fucking,
not
no fucks
only
given.
is this a
And you
podcast
said you
studio, but
wanna
my
look
daughter
like a
does her
dad.
homework here, okay?
And you-
guys like my muscles are pretty good these days, right?
Do some steroids.
I am.
Go do a.
I'm literally on steroids.
I know, but you don't go to the gym to work out. I know what I said. I said you don't go to the gym to work out.
You, out of all people, have seen my physique change in the last 6 months.
Absolutely.
It's wild.
But I also know if you actually went to the gym and did workouts at the gym, you would notice more of a difference in the specific muscles you want to notice a difference in.
I don't really want to, though.
Bullshit. The amount of times I see you flex, that's a fucking lie. I know that if your biceps were bigger and you did literal curls, you would fucking...
I don't have time for that. I'm tired. I'm tired.
I'm tired. I don't have time are not the same thing.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
My job kicks my ass.
I believe it. My job mentally kicks my ass, but I know that's not the same.
Here we are, somebody not making
Wow.
fucking smart moves.
Smarter than you.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah. Let's ask the viewers.
I just tried to talk while I drank a beer.
Yeah,
My bad.
Exactly. You just fucking have a hole in your chin. Literally. Because you do. You really
I was going to say,
do.
technically, I do.
You want to talk about that?
It still isn't
disgusting.
gone. Yeah, I tried to pierce my lip.
Tried
when I
to?
was, No,
Tried
I
to?
did. I had a lip piercing for many, many a years that me and a friend of mine did with a sewing needle.
Oh.
So just imagine a fucking thick-ass sewing needle. So when you get a piercing, it's a hollow needle
Right. It,
that they
takes
chase with the piercing or whatever the fuck it is.
the stud, I guess.
The stud or hoop or whatever you're doing. I did it with a sewing needle, and then it sat in my mouth for about, I don't know, a couple minutes so it wouldn't close. And then she had to rip it out of my face and then try to wedge the fucking thing back
What'd
in.
you put in it?
A hoop.
A hoop from what?
Like a capture ball, they're called.
Oh, so something that was actually supposed to be there, right? Not like a fucking earring?
No, that's what it was.
Oh.
It's an earring with a ball. It's called a capture ball. But that's like what they use for lip rings.
Oh, so it's what you're supposed to use.
Yeah, it wasn't like a fucking...
I
Something
imagine
weird.
you putting like a fucking stud in there and having to put the back on it.
No, I did put that in there eventually after it was healed.
That's disgusting.
So I was so gay at one point, I thought that putting a spike...
I was so gay.
I had-
How'd you drinking BBL?
No, I bought a spike for it to do that. And then listen, I thought it was going to be cool. I had it in for 1 second and looked at myself and I threw it in the garbage.
Did you laugh? When
Yeah.
You looked in the mirror.
I go,
Said,
this is the
"Wow."
gayest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It was horrible.
That's hilarious.
It was horrible.
Ew, this kid's about to eat a worm. Did you ever eat a worm as a
Yeah,
kid?
a
Oh,
bunch actually.
Why? Why do you do that? Why do boys do that? Why are
So,
boys so fucking
actually,
gross?
Me and Rick, we used to go to this after school program at the church that our parents were a part of.
Wow, it really helped.
Yeah. Yeah, so we used to go to this church program for summer or whatever. And there's a playground out back, and like me and Rick found this corner where there was just like a bunch of like dirt and mud, and we would play our cars there and like build.
Our cars there.
We were kids, so
Yeah, I
we'd like
get it.
play our cars or whatever. So obviously when you're digging, you find worms. So like
So just fucking leave it alone. Throw
no. So there was a kid or a supervisor who used to bring like the best lunches. It was like sliced. He'd like order out, get slices of pizza and all that shit.
Nice.
But we were kids, so we had like shitty lunches. And he goes, if one of you eats a worm, he goes, I'll fucking give you my lunch for the day.
Did you
Dude.
know what the lunch was already?
Yeah, it was pizza.
Oh.
It was just a slice from the wherever the fuck he got it from. It wasn't anything crazy.
Ew.
Of course, Rick downs that motherfucker like
Ew,
nothing.
That's
Just eats it. So I had one in my hand, and I fucking tried to eat it. I tried to eat it. I swallowed it, and it was like tickling me. So I like spit it back up. But here's how fucked up I am. I swallowed it again.
Ew.
But he gave it to Rick because he did it first. I was so mad.
That is
I was like, what the fuck?
That's just disgusting.
I was so pissed.
That's so fucking gross. Is that the only time you ever ate one? Or were you gross when you did it multiple times?
To my knowledge right now, the only time I remember doing it, but doesn't mean I didn't do it
That's so gross.
later on
Why
in
are
life.
boys so fucking gross? Why are kids so gross?
I mean, fish eat worms. We eat fish.
Okay. No, that's not how that works, but whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. That is kind of how that works, but no.
That's exactly how
Like,
that works.
Why would you think, you know what, this thing looks delicious?
No,
Let me
it's
eat
not
it.
because it's a dominance thing. It's like you're a pussy. I'm gonna do this because you won't. It's asserting dominance. Like I'm a badass. I'm gonna do this because you're too much of a little bitch to even look at this thing.
I am too much of a little bitch to eat a fucking
Like
gross
other
worm.
like other boys, when you're that age, you're like, look at this little puss.
You won't get down in the dirt.
Right.
What?
I lived in the dirt, baby.
You are dirt.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of dirt, how's that movie, huh?
The Dirt is a great movie. I love Machine Gun Kelly.
I've watched it so many times.
I've
I've heard it's not very accurate, but still, it's a good movie.
Who made it? Did they actually have like a part in making it?
I think some of them kind of did, but I think Netflix just made it into a movie.
Anything they're making a movie, and they're definitely adding stuff to make it better. Instead of the stupid Iron Claw movie, it wasn't stupid, but they took out one of the
That movie was dumb.
They
What was it
took-
called? Hold on. What was it called?
Iron Claw. Iron.
The wrestling movie about the fucking Von Erichs?
They should have made it better.
That movie sucked.
It could have been so much better. It had so much more potential than it actually.
So if you're a
showed.
wrestling fan and okay, I used to be a huge wrestling fan my entire life. So when
Was it Iron Claw?
yeah, was it?
I'm gonna look.
Anyway, so when I saw that movie was coming out, I was so
Yeah.
excited because I know their history, I know their family legacy, I know all that weird shit because like I'll get hungover in the morning and I'll watch the Dark Side of the Ring and all that weird shit. Like I love wrestling documentaries. It's awesome. I was a huge fan of wrestling as a kid. Stopped watching it, whatever. I thought that movie was going to be
So good.
so good. And then finally, it's on HBO Max. We watch
It has
it.
Zac Efron in it. It's got Flip the Bear. What's his name? Jeremy Allen White.
It's literally one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
It just doesn't make. They just didn't.
It doesn't
do
make
well.
sense.
It doesn't. Yeah. If you
It
don't
doesn't
know
make
the
s-
story, you have no idea what's going on.
And I
Like,
know-
I had to Wikipedia the whole thing.
And I know the Von Erichs. I know their family history because of watching Dark Side of the Ring, which if you don't know, look it up. It's fucking that's the real version of the fucking movie. So watching this movie was just like I thought it was going to be like a more deep theatrical version
Right.
of their story.
Right, of what really happened.
And dude, it was just literally it was just people dying.
But
That's
they didn't
literally
even
remember when I
explain
said it? I literally go, this is just a movie of them dying.
And the sad thing, the worst part is they didn't even put one of the brothers' deaths in the movie.
Right, yeah, they kept the whole brother out.
Right, they just deleted one of the brothers out of the whole movie.
And every time one dies, there's no like behind or
Right.
why or
Why
anything.
it happened, what really
Right.
happened.
It's just the
what
next
led
one
up
dies.
To it. Just, oh, he died. Oops, that one's dead.
Oh, now this
that
one's
gone
dead.
too.
Oh, wait, hold on. This one's might be doing painkillers, but now
Dead.
he's dead.
Dead.
Like, it's,
Gone. It's like, but what? How did we just go from living and fighting and doing wrestling, and now half of them are dead?
yeah, it's
didn't-
the dumbest movie I've ever seen in
And
my entire life.
it had good cast. It had the potential to be
It had
so
a great,
good.
yeah. It
And
had
was just
such good
weird.
potential.
Everyone did steroids for it, and look.
It had
nothing.
potential to be a great fucking movie.
I
it
mean-
really did.
Honestly, girls watch it for the bodies, I guess.
I mean, yeah, if you want to watch half naked men with six packs,
Lots of
watch that
muscles.
movie. I mean,
Zac
Zac
Efron, Jeremy
Efron,
Allen
you
White.
went way too far with plastic surgery, bud. You
I
look
know.
like a fucking retard. Just so you
looks
know.
too
Hey,
like a kid.
Halloween Town called. They
Oh,
want their mask back.
When you
Just so
say,
you know.
Hey, the dog was like, me? You're talking to me?
No, Zac Efron. Halloween Town called. They want their masks back.
No.
Holy
you were so
shit.
handsome, and then you made yourself like your face so wide.
Like, yeah, frozen in time. Nobody wants that. Just age naturally like everybody wants. You could have.
Nobody wants that. No one really wants to age.
But when you're a
naturally.
famous person like that, dude, you could have aged gracefully.
better than that.
Like gracefully, like gotten.
better than
He's
that.
the same age
Like,
as me, so he's
Look at
not even
Brad
getting
Pitt.
old. But
Look at Brad Pitt. Right.
right, he
Zac
has not
Efron
had
was
any.
way too young to do all of the stuff he did.
Right.
He should have
So
waited 20 years.
who knows? I mean, I don't really know the statistics or whatever, but Brad Pitt, how much plastic surgery has that guy had?
I don't know.
Probably not that much. He looks the same.
Right, but is it that he didn't have plastic surgery, or is that his plastic surgeon was just that good?
Well, if he was just that good, then everybody would use him.
Because, like...
And nobody... What, you think nobody can use Brad Pitt's plastic surgeon?
I bet you can, but I bet you it's more expensive. Not that Zac Efron doesn't have the money, but
Right,
he
but
doesn't
that's
have Brad Pitt money.
Yes, he does.
You think?
Hands down.
You think?
Brad Pitt hasn't made a fucking good movie in how many years?
Yeah, but Brad Pitt is Brad Pitt. He doesn't have to make a good movie.
Zac Efron is Zac Efron.
That's true.
Same thing.
That's true. I don't know. Should we Google?
Just younger and more obtainable.
Yeah. Obtainable. No. Looking like Zac Efron is way harder right now.
That's not what I meant. More obtainable as in like people want him more than Brad Pitt right now.
Yeah, especially because Brad Pitt.
So which means
beat up
he could have
Angelina
more
Jolie
money
on a airplane. I'm fucking with this pencil now. It's just.
Oh my God, Cadence, calm down. Dude, I walk in the bathroom the other day and all those. Okay, so Lindsay went to TJ Maxx the other day and bought this 200 hair tie thing because we needed hair ties.
I mean, we didn't need 200, but
this is what happens when you're a girl dad. You need hair ties. So I walk in the bathroom and Cadence has this hair or face cream.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Bubble.
She's literally decorating the outside of it with the hair ties because the hair ties have designs on them.
They have glitter in them.
Or they're glitter or whatever, and she's literally putting them
around in perfect
around the bubble container to make it pretty. And I'm like, dude,
this is not what they're for.
I'm like, what the fuck, dude? This is not what they're
hilarious.
for.
I saw it yesterday when she asked to do it.
I took them all off. She put them back on.
Yeah, she did.
Fucking bitch.
And then you know what? She took them all off and left them all in the sink and walked away. Like, it's all right. I got them. Don't worry.
You guys should all have kids.
Don't do it.
It's the best thing in the world.
Get a dog. Whoever said that kids
or
were
just
better
be
than a dog.
person. You don't have to have a dog or a kid.
Get a dog.
Just be a person and take care of yourself and be happy with yourself and have other company and don't deal with any of that other bullshit because that's the American dream right there they don't tell you about.
Be left alone.
It's wild that they don't say the real American dream is being alone with somebody that you can halfway deal with without a kid or without a dog or a cat or a fucking partridge that lives in the goddamn woods. Fuck all of it.
The other day I came home and you and Greta were on a walk and I missed her. The house was just so quiet.
You have made me like a dog. I hate it.
I know.
I got home from work today and I went in for
dog.
overtime. It was nice out and I got home and Lindsay took a half day and I'm just like, I have to walk the dog.
He goes, oh, you can tell.
Well, yeah, I got home. Lindsay's doing the dishes for once. And I literally walk in and Greta's like super excited to see me. And I go, you want to go for a walk? And she's just like going crazy. Go, all right, let's go. I go, we can go for one. I go, what did I say?
You're like, do you want to go? You don't.
Oh, yeah, ask Lindsay.
I'm going to go with or without you.
I go, we can go for a walk with or without you. It doesn't really matter. I go, I got to take her for a walk anyway.
It's like, this is my dog. Like, I was doing dishes so I could take her out before.
When first thing this morning, I go, get the fuck out of my house.
Don't come home.
Yeah. We had a fun argument this morning.
You pissed me off so fucking much, man.
Same.
It's crazy.
Same. Can you see how long we've been going? I don't want to do this anymore.
Me neither. I want to be done.
Well, then don't even worry about it. Just shut it down. It doesn't matter how long it's been going. You're not going to be able to tell because it does 15-minute intervals.
Oh, 56 minutes.
All right. Perfect. I'll do the outro and shut her down.
We're going to take the dog out.
Oh, I thought you were going to hit the fucking camera. I was going to be so mad, dude. She just threw the ball if you couldn't see. And I thought I was going to hit the camera.
I went over the camera, but I definitely thought I was going to hit it on its way back.
So, look, guys. We didn't want to do this episode. I mean, you should be happy we did.
So she can be in the camera?
Hold on.
What are you doing? Oh my gosh.
All right, guys. Just so you know, we didn't want to do this episode. Look at the dog. I got her right here.
It's because your legs are so scrawny.
What do you want me to do?
Give me her. Come here.
This has been the Talking Shit with B-Rag podcast.
Come here, baby. Come here. Come on.
This is
Oh my God.
yeah. How does that feel? Fucking nails and all.
Ouch.
Look at her. She looks like a dead fish just flopping around.
All right.
Like she just caught a swordfish. Fucking.
It's because your thighs are too thin to
Yeah,
hold
and yours
her.
are thick as fuck.
I
So
know.
good job.
So she's got somewhere to sit.
All right, so we're gonna shut this down. I can't even talk right now. We're gonna shut this down, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Listen, we didn't even know if this was gonna be a halfway decent podcast. It didn't turn out that bad. So this is a learning podcast. We got new lights, we got new cameras, whatever. We had a fucking guest that didn't make it. So we did our best. I hope you guys like it. And as always, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow the fucking Instagram. Share everything that I post on any of the social medias for this show. Share them. How does that hurt you guys? Just share the fuck out of them. It helps the show. We want to grow this as much as we possibly can. And obviously, it's been working. So just keep doing what you guys are doing. And as always, we love you. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.